Hello, guys. I've came to a realization. I felt that a kneeling team is going to win the Euros regardless, um, because they're rigging this with politics too, from what I've noticed. And at the start of the tournament, granted, I had the wrong set of kneelers. Belgium, I had the wrong black player, Romelu Lukaku. I mean, we all know Black Lives Matter is going to hold precedent. We all know that Moise Kean is going to join Italy for 2024. I think they're a striker away from winning the Euro. Um, and the home crowd makes a difference. I'm late setting up the game. I'm glad I didn't see England's goal because I would rather not watch it to begin with. And when it's 89, 90 minutes, when the referee blows his whistle, I'm just going to turn this off because it's rigged. But I did say it would be beforehand. I didn't say Italy was going to win the game because I'm not going to let the UEFA gang play with my emotions. And I think Italy will equalize the game, hopefully. I don't know. I think it's all rigged, man. What can you say? It's all rigged. The UEFA Mafia is going to give Italy payback in 2024, and they're going to win at Germany again. They're going to win at Germany again. I got to turn the game on because just woke up. If Jorginho wins, he's a Ballon d'Or candidate, but it's already over because Messi won the Ballon d'Or this year. I can still record the game while it's going on right now. Well, France did lose the final in front of their fans, but what's the ritual going to be? France lost after the Paris bombings. Remember that? 2016? I mean, what if Italy lose after COVID? I mean, what if that is the riddle? I mean, when I make the video later today about Moise Kean winning the Euro for Italy as the black guy and Black Lives Matter and being the striker, I'm going to really talk about, the fact that Germany was where the World Cup was at, just like it's all rigged anyways. I mean, it's all rigged. How many people said Italy was going to win today? Probably the whole world. Maybe some English people. FORZA Italia, let's tie the game. But it's
auxiliary input mode.
coming home then to Rome. So Chiellini said that their bench was grade 2 before.
Kane dropped deep to great effect in the last game.
How do you score in a second minute?
Trippier across the face of goal. Sterling was waiting and hoping in predatory fashion, as he's done to some effect in this tournament already.
Oh, man.
There were concerns about tactically what this would look like for England. Would it be too defensive? And so much of it is about where the positions are of Shaw and Trippier. And Trippier is doing a wonderful job of timing those.
Okay, Verratti. To match England's intensity, but I don't know. I just don't know what the script is going to help us today. Cross could have been better right there.
Hasn't scored since the first couple of games in the tournament. He's overdue one is one way of looking at that.
I don't know, but I get the feeling that this is all Diego Maradona.
England fans might remember they took the lead early in the semi-final against Croatia in the World Cup. Trippier scored from a free kick. Croatia came back to win 2-1 after extra time, so there's plenty of work ahead here. Kane sent tumbling. England want to take it quickly, but the referee isn't going to allow that.
The biggest difference you're going to see tonight between these two teams is
Record this. Can I record this still? Add to library.
And then really get after Jorginho, pull him out of position, but then you can play into the feed. Surprise, no pressure whatsoever from Italy. Top of their 18 allows Trippier.
I can add that to the library.
To deliver that ball. And what a fantastic strike for your first goal for England. Luke Shaw with a brilliant finish.
So, like I predicted before the game, it's also Warrior. It's Brexit, extra Macho 33.
It's Kane again.
I mean, how does he get this wide open on the wing? It's all rigged. How does it go? I mean, they're throwing the match today. I think they're throwing the match today. It's a rigged hoax for Diego Maradona. It's a rigged hoax payback for the man of fucking Hand of God Go. It's payback for Hand of God Go. I'm calling the Fugazi. It's the Fugazi.
But right now, Emerson is being forced into some difficult decisions defending, and he's not making the right ones.
There might be another difficult moment coming.
It's a Fugazi.
Here it's an England corner, but Donnarumma can claim that all.
I know which you like better. It's a Fugazi or it's a rigged hoax. But and the ref doesn't call the foul there. That's a rigged hoax. He doesn't call the foul there. It's all rigged hoax anyway. It's a home crowd. Oh, the home crowd couldn't make a difference. That's why Brazil didn't win. Then the home crowd makes a difference for England, and then that makes a difference. Dude, England are gonna suck again after the 2022 World Cup, man. Don't just say it.
He calls him his warrior. It's not always in the team, but when he is, it's often to pretty good effect. And it has been already here. He still had that goal. Sure, lovely ball.
How does he get wide open like that? It's red. That's why it's red. A rigged hoax goal for the people paying $10,000, $800 a ticket. UEFA giving England everything they want.
Because he's done a wonderful job of understanding Mount or Sterling when he's on that side.
And no, I ain't making no excuses. It's all rigged for Diego Maradona. I like my guy. What is it? Let me go to my YouTube comments. This guy had an amazing comment, by the way. Oh, it's barely 2 minutes in against the best defense of Europe. It's all rigged for England, ain't it? It's all rigged. It's all rigged. Rigged! They're telling me, it's only winning the Euro this year. I ain't falling for no sincere with my team, honestly. What a rigged sports year. Couldn't ask it any better. Couldn't ask for the Suns to win the championship. Who gives a fuck about LeBron winning the three-peat? Go! Okay, finally, actually, I've got some good possession. It's the 16th minute of the final, the 16th Euro. FORZA, Italia, go, go, go.
The motorways of England will be absolutely deserted at this moment. Even people who didn't know football from a basketball are interested in this.
Yes, I am going to leave a comment on the Daily Mail once the game is over. You know,
Same in Italy. Flanks
London
all
Daily Mail,
windows.
British tabloid, Republican, conservative paper, but I like
This game
leaving
is a
sports
religion
comments on
in
it.
both countries.
Gareth Southgate's the winningest coach in the history of England, winning percentage-wise. I just looked it up. I think it was even true before the Euro started, so this was always going to be a challenge. Let's hope Italy score. Go, 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 no! No! Ah! I kind of thought he was offside anyways.
Italy have had a tough start to this game, no question.
Right, but because look at where the position is of Insigne coming through the middle, in behind Calvin Phillips, then Emerson can see it directly in front of him, and those are the combinations with the runs off the ball that they need a little bit more of, especially since that man tore his Achilles in that game against Belgium.
Yeah, he hobbled into Wembley, but
Yeah, Belgium were the wrong set of kneelers. I'll say that, okay? Out there! England are winning! Facts over the feelings! Feelings! They're playing with some group of fans' feelings. Maybe they're not going to give the Euro to Italy until we were fully recovered from COVID, because these arenas are not full capacity yet.
He never did score for them.
And this is just all about the money, I think, for UEFA. Maybe not necessarily giving England the benefit of a full stadium. I don't know what the capacity was. I guess they're getting the green light from Boris Johnson. It looks like it's a full arena. But this is the rigged storyline is home pitch.
It was laser guided, wasn't it? Stones with the header.
So yeah, the streak for Italy could end at 33 because it's a Kabbalic group of Freemasons. It's Brexit that is Jamacha 33, but also I'm guessing the final in 2024 is not going to be held at Berlin like the World Cup was when we won in 2006. But I'm guessing the final is going to be held at Bayern Stadium. Munich in Germany also has got Jamacha 33. So, if Italy don't win and they have to win at Munich instead, this explains it. I think Harry Kane is probably due for a goal. They can end the game 2-0 for the $20 bill for George Floyd. I mean, what I miss with England instead of Belgium at the beginning was that they had the St. George flag.
They only spent 12 hours or so in England, a lot of UK-based Italians as well. That was around 9,000.
Who is France rooting for? I think they're rooting for Italy.
What a game. What a night.
It wasn't a dominating game against Spain. It was a dominating game against Austria, but they just didn't get the chances.
Welcome diversion from lockdown and misery for two of the worst.
Spain was a whole other deal. They let Spain have possession and they allowed the late goal, but they got through on penalties because they have the better goalkeeper. I guess De Gea wasn't on Spain.
Trippier lays it inside. Here's Kane.
Go! Hey! The ref stopped it! Hey! Hey! Fuck! Stop!
Eventually does.
No, but England doing a very good job of getting Verratti and Jorginho to follow either Kane and Sterling into that hole. We saw it against Denmark in the semifinal game where Harry Kane can get into that hole.
I'm glad I missed the goal! Fuck that goal!
But England doing a very good job of bypassing that initial Italian press with those balls into the feet to Sterling and Harry Kane.
Trippier. Fantastic ball to Shaw. Followed it by a very pumped up Kieran Trippier. Corrected that goal to 2 minutes now. It's Maguire. Sure again for England, who've never lost a game in 90 minutes in 16 big tournament games played at Wembley. Because Germany did beat them on penalties in the Euro 1996.
We lost Spinazzola already.
Jorginho, yeah. Not quite sure what the problem is there. But that's a worry for.
There's Locatelli, there's Barella. There's too much midfielders. 22nd minute that he's down. Italy is Dimaci 22. Could be 2-2 in the final, but the Tradici riddle with the three Lions, the 1-3 before the streak ending in the 14th Euro, going 13 Euros without Federico Chiesa. Why is he not starting? Why is he not starting? Gotta be kidding me.
It's a great view of just how England got out of that initial line of pressure into the feet of Harry Kane, switched the point of attack.
You see, they're gonna start all the youngsters in 2024 like Locatelli and Chiesa and Barella together, but they're not playing them on the pitch for the full 90 like against Austria, like in this game against England. He is not starting this game. Why? Why? Gotta be kidding me! This game is totally a rigged hoax for England. I'm ready to go see it. Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, excuses." I could have done better. I could have predicted England before the tournament. I had the right idea with the kneeling and the Black Lives Matter and all of that. So, you know, you were right when it's all said and done.
Remember in 16, Cristiano Ronaldo tried to carry on. He taped the knee, tried to carry on for about 4 or 5 minutes, but eventually couldn't continue. That doesn't look like Locatelli. That looks like something.
Yeah. Going to make maybe put him in the Roma player, play at the back or in midfield, Cristante.
I don't know what you think about the Munich angle. There's totally the Brexit angle. The Freemasons are playing with people's emotions this game. I may add this game to the playlist for 2024, honestly.
Good work again by Rice. Jorginho has come back on, but he's hobbling. Guess they're going to just give it a couple of minutes and see if he can run that off.
FORZA Jorginho.
Lorenzo won the header, but it's only fallen to Raheem Sterling for England.
Oh, there's four guys. Oh, Giorgio! That's not Bonucci. FORZA Leo! That was good play right there. I didn't see how Luke Shaw scored. I would have rather not watched the goal. Immobile! No!
That was a good situation which Italy rather wasted.
Why is Immobile starting? Why is he starting? He is one of the main weaknesses of this team. Moise Kean needs to be the striker. He could be like Mario Balotelli, just go! And carry it to the final. Kean and Chiesa! Oh my God, what can I see? Kean and Chiesa! It's already the golden generation already, but it's all about the rigged hoax first.
Decisive penalty at the end against Spain the other night.
They can dominate with these guys in there. These youngsters. Look at Italy scored 2 goals. Chiesa is winning this match for Italy.
And that's on ESPN. Returns next weekend. Atlanta United facing New England Revolution. 9 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. Then on Sunday, Minnesota United against Seattle Sounders, 2 p.m. Eastern. It's all on the ESPN app as well.
Okay. So, I'm going to look at my car, but I don't think I was going to
And a polished, professional, prepared look about them. All the way through this tournament, you could say pragmatic as well. Italy have been exciting, entertaining, full of goals. She's not many curveballs of Ciro Immobile. I think Roberto Mancini will be concerned with what he's seen so far from his team, but he believes in these players and he believes in the style that he's instilled into them.
Okay. All right.
And a lot of triumphs down the years. And this would be one of the greatest to do it in England's backyards from behind, with a large part of this huge crowd against them. Immobile to lay it off to Chiesa. Done by Morata Insigne from distance. He's not trying to try his luck.
No, but it's a little bit better from Italy, and this is how they've gotten to the final. Just quick passing, two-touch passing,
I didn't see the
rotation.
goal. I didn't see the goal. They scored in the second half in the first 5 minutes.
And they don't have an out goal scorer, but they've got
like
5 guys that have 2 goals each, and Insigne being one of those, and they've got the ability to unbalance you, but it's all about their tempo and the pace by which they keep possession, and we haven't seen too much of it 28 minutes in.
Where's the foul?
Walker again showing his speed to
Pizza Sriracha 33. There's a lot of Italian restaurants at London. They bought the food over to London. They bought the pizza over. Pizza is now part of the British culture of and diversity and inclusiveness, like we see with Raheem Sterling there. The match is red. It's all red. Where am I watching? What the fuck? This is a rigged hoax. You cannot say that you were not warned. The Fugazi was here last night. The Fugazi, it sounded like Messi won for Diego. Oh, and the God Diego. And connect all the dots. And the God goal. The ball hits Diego's arm or whatever. He scored the goal. He beat England in the World Cup. It was the quarterfinals. I'm going to make some videos on that right afterwards. Boo, UEFA! Boo! The English FA is crying all these years. They gave him the rig draw. The manager doesn't even play. I wonder if Roberto Mancini is a part of this.
Spain did okay there as well. Italy took into extra time and penalties.
Rafael Sterling!
Just been an uncomfortable start to this game for Di Lorenzo. The goal coming off his
See, Luke Shaw.
Sloppy touches. Mason Mount getting in good spots to draw the free kick.
I can give you my today on my phone. Why I'm not being allowed to comment? I'll just have to comment on my phone, basically.
Probably be first choice, and Spinazzola, as we were mentioning.
I mean, France did lose the final at home. This gives Italy some I don't know, false hope or whatever that can spoil the final for the host. But we lose this right after COVID. even the gematria was like COVID is 53. Italy can win for the first time in 53 years. It was all being a trap, basically. Sort of like the coding for three-peat, having gematria of 18, and James having gematria of 48, and he wins 48 straight playoff games to win the three-peat. But then James having gematria of 48 wins 4 consecutive playoff series to win his fifth ring, and then the 8 was just 8 consecutive playoff series wins to tie Michael Jordan. So funny now, gematria can be interpreted in different ways depending on how you suit the numbers. Insigne! Ado! Okay, Luke has gematria 49 and 13, same gematria as Man U. Luke Shaw has gematria of 128, that's gematria of Crown. The second minute, the second trophy. Shaw's gematria 51 and 15. It is Qatar in Spanish gematria. That is gematria 51 and 15. I'm going to talk about that in my England Argentina for the 2022 World Cup. I think it's the same exact round. England ain't going to make it to the final because English fans are going to be mocked in the World Cup while the haters get mocked in this game. It's coming home! And you said it wasn't coming home! And then they think they're the best team in the world! And then it's coming home in 2022, the World Cup. And then Messi wins and he beats England in the World Cup. And not in the World Cup. So it's rigged. It's Tradici. It's 13. It's 1 and 3 in the final. Lucas Dimancia 13. It's a rigged hoax. Devil don't care about no COVID. That's how they do it. And Jose Mourinho, where are you at? Jose Mourinho, Luke Shaw scored in the final. Jose Mourinho, what are you talking about? Al Mourinho's happy with the score. I had 1-0 for this game before. This game's going to make me go cray.
What Italy wanted to do, and let's go down the left and allow the freedom of movement with Insigne coming inside, and then Emerson trying to time those runs in behind. So what has he done?
Who are the British Italian fans rooting for? Are they rooting for Italy or are they rooting for England? It's like if you're rooting for Italy, go back home to your country where you came from.
Yes, they've had a little bit of possession in between the
I root for the U.S. if they play Italy, but you don't play the U.S. You don't. Yes, defense.
The idea was a good one, but this time the Italian defenders were there.
Oh, that's a cheap shot! That's a cheap shot! Sam! Come on, Ralph! Let's play us!
To the way Spain produced their goal against the Italians.
It is, but so much of it is Sterling and Mount running off of Harry Kane. They know when Harry Kane drops into the pocket, they've got to be that vertical threat in behind, and they're timing those runs perfectly.
Have only been 3 comeback wins.
I had a little accident, and be a little busy. I'm trying to get to you. I have your email and all. I'm going to get to you sometime this week, or I don't know about today or tomorrow. I have your phone number on my email. I'm going to contact you when I'm ready. And sometime this week. It could be tomorrow. It could be today. It could be 7 days. I don't want to wait longer than the next 7 days. But honestly, I'm just. Oh! But when Copa America, when all this summer stuff is over, like the Euro and the NBA Finals and the fucking in the Euro, then I'm gonna have a lot of downtime because it's nothing but baseball after this. So I'm gonna have some downtime to call you, because today and this week, well, once the Suns win the championship, it's practically over. So by next Saturday, I'm gonna be able to contact you, because it's been a while. I had to get a new phone in November. I don't know why the guy didn't keep my old phone number. That's why it wasn't working before. But I'm sticking with this, by the way. I'm sticking with this for a long time.
for sure. It was a beautiful pass. Shaw goes on. Cuts the face of goal. And Italy very, very stretched. Emerson it was. Who was there with Trippier waiting behind him.
How about this ball from Harry Maguire over the top? It gets Luke Shaw 1v1 against Di Lorenzo. What a fantastic ball from the top to open up the game.
England, Argentina be one of the most watched matches in the history of the world.
Playmakers would have been happy with that pass from Maguire.
In the World Cup,
6 weeks recovering and returning.
if England lift the trophy.
I think he's still feeling that a little bit.
The winner of that match is going to be the golden generation.
His first game back, Taylor, he was wincing. You could see that even in the warm-up and needed a bit of reassurance.
What if the ref helps Argentina beat England? I'm already thinking about 22. I already can imagine it. Imagine, like.
Spot on here. This is exactly what Spain did to Italy in the semifinal. It frustrated them because you can't.
It is a rigged hoax. Coronavirus is too much. 71. It took me 7-1 the knockouts for Euro 21 and 24 when they win the trophy. They're at 80. It's a rigged geometric interpretation. It's no both ways. It's only one team you can interpret correctly. It's only one team that is the right one to interpret. There is no, it's double coded. It can go both ways. It's double coded, but there's only one real interpretation. That is my take on that. On anything, really. This is 2021. This is the year of the Ox. Ideally, Italy could win its second Euro trophy in the year of the Ox, but also England could win its second major trophy in the year of the Ox. One World Cup and one Euro. It's a home crowd. England wins. England's not really good. They just win in front of home crowds. It's okay. Germany lost to the home crowd. Italy lost to the home crowd.
It's just difficult to break down England right now, isn't it, Ian? Because every single place they turn.
But we knew England is going to be hard to score against because they don't concede much, as we saw in the group stage, as we've seen against.
To get them in some bad spots.
Continuous ball for Chile over there, but the flag is up anyway. Another moment, has to be said that Gareth Southgate and England are winning the tactical battle. So the cut of the grass, definitely offside. Just like a manicured lawn, the surface at Wembley. They were watering it before the game. Goodness knows why, because we've had enough rain. And war's on the way during the game, we're told. Put it this way, heat is not a problem. They won't need a water break here. No way out. I'm going to play this one to Di Lorenzo. Jorginho helps it on. Barella to Emerson. It's a nice build up this time by Italy. Emerson, hurried cross really. Easily cleared by Calvin Phillips. I do love in this tournament the way the referees have just let the game go and had no time for any theatrics. Jorginho again. Signed by Di Lorenzo. A cul-de-sac for an overlay.
You can see the frustration settle in here for Immobile because Jorginho giving him an absolute earful here, just sloppy touches, quick passes is exactly how Italy has gotten to the final. Yet there's been sloppy, methodical touches that has limited them the ability to break down England. Remember, it was that near post run early on in this tournament where they scored a goal in a set piece.
Different Kane for that, then went back again. Defense dealt with it. The chess match goes on here. Emerson.
This is the 42nd minute. I had a comment from one of my commenters this morning. Luis Sanchez says, Tony, the hand of God happened 420 months ago. Gareth Southgate is sitting on 41 wins. Well, what I have to say to Luis Sanchez is that Freemason has too much at 42. If Italy's streak ends at 33, it is a fitting tribute to the Masons. The Freemasons play around with the masses. I mean, because everyone was like England was going to make it to the final but lose to Belgium or Portugal or France or Italy, and this is how today was rigged. Because the rigged hoax was going to happen regardless of what you think, because it isn't about picking the best team when it comes down to it. It's about picking the top script and the top narrative. Don't matter really who's the best team. Portugal wasn't the best team in 2016, but they won. It's about good feel underdog storylines too in football. Maybe not for the World Cup, but maybe for the Euro, yes. Maybe for Copa America with Chile winning back-to-back, yes. Uruguay winning one or two with Luis Suarez, yes. There's just something about Copa America in the Euro that it's harder for Brazil to win Copa America than the actual World Cup. I don't know if they play this tournament every 2 years, that Brazil sends their B team reserves or whatever to some of these tournaments. But the Euro is a harder tournament to win than the World Cup for Italy, ironically. I got to go Raiders. Beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl with or without Aaron Rodgers. Because I mind Derek Carr. Six like that. Go! Come on, guys! Score! Forza Italia!
Not just getting close to knocking it down yet. With an extra tempo into these attacks, Italy.
There are two white shirts on it.
Well, to pull that out of the sky, very difficult at pulling the ball down when it's coming over your shoulder. 4 minutes of added time. We'll get the comments of two great players, Steve McManaman and Alessandro Del Piero, at half time for you, so don't miss that. Southgate, I think, hold on, and then this is due a knighthood at least. Might even become Prime Minister.
Okay, so my friend says the right back was at fault for the goal against Shaw. Who was the right back?
Insignia. Gleason does look the danger man.
No Spinazzola. It was Emerson. No, Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo must have been on shot.
Yeah, but this may be the recipe for Italy to get a little bit more rhythm going forward as Di Lorenzo maybe provided an option in wide areas, providing that support so that Chiesa can come inside. And then there's another opportunity to deliver a ball in, good ball in from Di Lorenzo.
Powerful play from Rice, who's been the standout player in what is his first major tournament. The young West Ham United player, West Ham fans, of course.
Always kind of rigged for Harry Kane to win his first trophy. Not on Tottenham Hotspur. Funny how the Freemasons are like mocking Tottenham and all this. What do they have against Tottenham, honestly? Why couldn't Kane just win that Carabao Cup? And this game is not, it does not make any sense. They rigged Hulk's goal, and then no team scores the rest of the way. 1-0 for Diego Maradona, if I had to go guess. 1-0 goal for 1-0 score for Diego Maradona. Go! 2 more minutes! Score, guys! Where are all the Southgate haters at in England? Why do you hate your country so much? Maybe this is why he's played organized and compact. It's because it works for Portugal, and it helps you not concede goals. So Gareth Southgate, he's in every right to play men back behind the ball. Gareth Southgate, why is he knock him on the ground? I mean, what the fuck is happening? Sterling knocking it to a player on the ground! We couldn't get a better shot there, you know? I'm sorry, guys. UEFA's playing with their emotion. This is all scripted. I'm sorry for the UEFA Super League. I wonder on the Gazzetta dello Sport if there is any conspiracy theories before their match.
Have to find a way to unlock this back five of England. I mean, this first half embodies the entire tournament for England. 1 shot, 1 goal. And yet they've been very difficult to break down. And while Gareth Southgate has been heavily criticized, and I think to a certain extent, rightfully so, it's been effective. Italy may have 6 shots on goal, but Ian, how many of them were real testing? So Mancini's got to find a way to get that going in the final third, and that may be going 2-3 in the back.
Yeah, that's coming up. Those half-time team talks, but England remain ahead. Luke Shaw with the fastest goal ever scored in a European Championship final. His first goal for England, who lead by 1-0 at half-time here in this big final against Italy. Let's hand it back now to Reece.
Thank you, Ian. And that Luke Shaw goal comes one day before his 26th birthday.
Turn off
that
Bob.
will be a most happy occasion. Depends on what happens in the next 45.
God, that crowd must have been loud to begin the match, and they score so quickly, too.
Well, the first minute is killing us, you know, in terms of energy, in terms of mentally. And
First minute was rigged, Alex. It was rigged.
Came back a little bit. They need to find a way to shoot on goal. Yeah, England's a big.
Yeah, I wonder why we're not shooting on goal. I wondered the same thing, because maybe it's a rigged hoax. I'm wondering the same thing, too, Alessandro. Grande, Alessandro.
Show you, we'll break it down, and here's the reaction to it. In London, it didn't take long. They've been really targeting all morning, and it didn't take long to raise it to a different way.
They should allow flames and tear gas in the stadium, like they do in Italia. Happy Sunday! The Phoenix Suns win tonight. 3-0. It's coming home to Phoenix. It's Happy Sunday. Phoenix Sunday. First day of the week. Devin Booker. Chris Paul. 3-0. Bucks get one more home win. Phoenix Suns win the championship. 11 days. 6 star of the NBA Finals. We win in the title. My teams can't go 0-2 today. But if they lose this game, the Suns need to win. It's our time. You know what that means? Nope. Not going to the bathroom. I just got to refill my coffee. 8+ for energy.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones. Let me break it down. You got your new customers. They get our best deals. You got your existing customers. They also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals. Questions? Got it. But why did you use a permanent marker? Because I want to make sure you remember. I'm going to get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on every smartphone, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free. This is what you can train for. Your artillery, your run shooting. Your friends all had the same idea. Fresh groceries and more. Free same-day delivery. Walmart Plus. On this beach. Half an hour is 1 year of our lives. Somebody's done this to us.
We're here for a reason. All rated PG-13.
Drop that pen. Before you sign that, major credit scores instant. It's spirited. My score went up.
So safe.
It's stealing has got to more you get now. This sparkling water is delicious.
Can I get
From FORZA to help deliver heart-healthy energy, support blood pressure, and improve circulation with nitric oxide boosting nitrates. Great tasting Total Beats, our #1 cardiovascular health brand. Rush to Walmart for Total Beats.
They force it back to the Shaw! Scores for England! And only strike! Luke Shaw!
Okay, we have heard the GOAT Lionel Messi describe exactly what he's feeling in regards to winning that trophy.
That was particularly good for Luke Shaw. As you see, they're bringing out the trophy. That is what Italy and England are playing for.
I didn't see this rigged goal.
For England to strike. Now, Luke Shaw first does a good job keeping it in play. Harry Kane to Kieran Trippier, who's into the lineup. One of the changes, the only change from the
There's like 2 or 3 shirts on the other side. It's red.
Put it there. Happy birthday to me.
Number 3, Italy's third loss. It's all red. It's all red. I was close many times. I knew it would happen eventually. I am grateful to God for giving me this moment in Brazil against Brazil. I think he was saving this moment for me. I still don't think we are aware of what we have done beyond becoming champions. Now we're very happy, celebrating. But this is a game for the history books, beating Brazil in a final in Brazil. It's crazy. I can't explain how happy I feel. I've been sad many times, but I knew it would happen, and there's no better moment. This team deserved it. And on his manager, it's to the merit of Scaloni because of everything he's done and what he's built. The process with him started 3 years ago, and it's been constant growth. He knew how to build a spectacular group, a winning group. He deserves some recognition. It's been a long time since Argentina were champions of South America, and we've won it again under him. When you win, you have to take advantage of that momentum, Lionel said in regards to the World Cup. It's easier when results accompany you. We must take advantage of this in this selection of players. I told them they're the national team of the future, and I was not wrong. They proved it by winning this Copa. We've been working together for a while now. It's a great group of guys. I am happy to be part of this group. And Messi's message to his team is that we have won the Copa America, but we have much improvement. We could have done better clinching the game against Brazil. They could have done a better job at the back when Neymar had that offsides goal, or that I think it was a Martinez that had that save. It was a collapse of the Argentina defense back there. Messi's going to tell these guys that we are American champions. We're very proud, but we must get better, and we must now work on our goal to become the champions of the world. That is the message he's given to his teammates. Messi's given his teammates motivation. He's given them inspiration. Messi wanted the trophy, but in his mind, he's always eyeing that World Cup trophy. It's crazy how many people thought this was going to be the last match for Messi. Are they nuts? Regardless if he wins or not, he was going to win the World Cup. He's going to play in the World Cup. And I think he loves football so much that if he wins the World Cup, he's going to play one more tournament because he loves playing the game with these group of players. If he does play with these guys for 6 years, that's a long time. He had a lot of fun. 3 trophies. And then Messi is really an old man. In 2024, he can retire. He could play till he's 40, as a matter of fact. If he's born in 1987, he's 40 years old. In 2027, he'd retire when he's 37 years of age. And Messi's 37 life path. Well, I can't say he's a 37 life path. He's a 1 life path, but when you add up all the single digits of his birthday, it adds up to 37. Well, remember, Jesus died at 33 years of age. The story goes. Messi goes 3 for 3. Argentina go 3-3 in the World Cup final. He wins 3 trophies. He will retire on top. But first, after winning the World Cup, there is unfinished business still. Argentina have to be all-time leading Copa America winners. That is what Messi will do when he defeats Uruguay in the 2024 Copa America final. A replay of the first World Cup final, if I'm not mistaken. Uruguay defeated Argentina in the first World Cup final. And so it comes around. I believe Argentina will beat Uruguay to pass them with the 16th Copa America title with the GOAT Lionel Messi. GOAT and Barca have gematria of 16. But then if he's Barcelona are bankrupt and Lionel Messi is going to learn English, Messiah is gematria 85 and 22. It's also Man City, by the way, that's got gematria of 85 and 31, which in fact with gematria of 31, Lionel's got gematria 67 and 31, and we joined them after the death of Maradona. Don't think for a second. I mean, Pep needs Lionel Messi to win the Champions League, and that's why Man City lost the Champions League. As Pep needs Leo, and he will get Leo Messi. It's all rigged for the hand of God. Go right. Today's the 11th day. Maradona Diego, I remember his birthday now, October 30, 1960, because he died at 60 years of age. Also, America elected a Catholic president 60 years after 1960 when JFK was there. Funny how he's born on 30th day. His most famous goal was against England. Right? 16th year, his birth year. It's all rigged, right? It's all rigged hoax. You know it, I know it. I guess everyone thought Italy was going to win today. 11 is Diego Maradona. It's all rigged by the numbers. It's all rigged by the numerology. Today's the 11th day, as a matter of fact. And we can see the 11th team win the Euro. So we knew it's going to be a Fugazi. We know the Fugazi is rigged against Italy. We all know they're just all setting up the World Cup now. We all know they are. We all know the UEFA Mafia operate. They're just going to give it back to Italy in the 2024. That's how it's rigged. All depends on the second half. Now it's coming home, or it's coming to Rome, or then it's coming to Rome. Luke Shaw, you bloody devil. Luke, Gematria 13. Italy could be 1-3 in the final because of that. Shaw is number 3. Man U's Gematria 49 and 13. That's who he plays for. And Jose Mourinho is being served a treat. 49 and 13. Luke Shaw's got Gematria 28. It is 28. This is Gematria crown. Mind you, Argentina just won the trophy for the first time in 28 years. So we see how the script is turning out. Second minute goal, second trophy. The crowd is pumped up at the early moments of the game, and the buzzing is continuing. And England's record in the Euros, 4-2-0 before the game. It could be 5-2-0. 5 wins, 2 in extra time. It was 2 draws. It was Scotland. It was Denmark. Then that's Gematria of Italia. Of course, 5 goals for England, 2 for the opponent. And right now, as you see, it is the 4-2 win versus Germany that we're talking about in regards to this talking point. I've got YouTube TV up there. I'm ahead on ESPN.com.
Lorenzo looking to get the cross in. I told the crowd was going to be about 60,000. It's more than that, to be honest with you. The place is throbbing and rocking, just as many living rooms, fan zones all across the country, even on a Sunday night in the Queen, the second to the England players as well. Prince William is here and St George as well. Yellow card of the proceedings. They play as goes with the book.
It's got to refresh the stream, I think. Too much noise in that stadium right now. It's a home game. It's a home game.
Sure again.
Donnarumma, shut up. That was not a penalty. Get out of here. What are they crying about? That's a good save by Donnarumma. What are they crying about? UEFA Mafia give it to a 24-euro. There's going to be a lot of salt in the comments. The comments will be entertaining the reader on the Daily Mail, though. I'm going to leave my comment. I should probably prep it right now. I should just have it ready to copy and paste. Because we all know this rigged hoax.
What about that? Mark Blackburn, England and Sterling thought they should have had a penalty.
That looks like a penalty, to be honest. Okay. They got to keep this game exciting. Are England going to bottle it at home? Is Harry Kane going to win a trophy?
Chiellini. I'm sure Jordan underappreciated his jokey antics ahead of the penalty shootout the other night, the bear hug. He seemed to think it was all great fun. And it turned out in the end that penalty shootout was great fun for Italy. And they find a way back into this. Insigne.
Okay, free kick. Italy.
This is much better from Italy because they're spacing it.
Now they're trying to attack.
So now Insigne is off the right shoulder. Philip Sterling has to come in a little bit late, recover, and now you've got yourself a dangerous free kick. The spacing and balance was much better than we saw throughout the entire first 45.
Danger here for England and hope for Italy.
It's a little bit closer than when Damsgaard scored for Denmark, but remember, this is where at times I feel like Jordan Pickford can be a little jumpy, and so he's got to trust his wall from this angle and believe that his wall can cover that half of the goal.
It's Insigne. It was dipping, but it wasn't dipping quick enough. Some people can't bear to watch.
But see, that's exactly what
I can prepare my response.
Jordan Pickford in a much better position than he was against Denmark in the semifinal. Trust your wall, and if the player gets it up over the wall, you tip your cap, and that's much better from England defending that set piece.
Insigne did score here at Wembley the last time Italy played England in an international. A 1-1 draw, late equaliser from him from the spot. Jamie Vardy was the The goal scorer on that occasion was opted out of playing international football these days, otherwise might have made the squad. All the time it's like this, 1-0, this is a nervy nail-biter. Both sets of supporters and Southgate as well, who really wanted the job when it after a newspaper stings on the end of Sam Allardyce. By right, Kane can't find a way through. Off goes the speedy Chiesa.
Chiesa!
Looking to find Insigne, but Carl Walker was coolness personified. Coming up here, Brian Cristante of Roma. Chiellini here. Immobile. Twice. It's Insigne. The dart inside, let go with the right foot. See, it's coming. He can execute it that time. Here comes that change. Slowness getting around the left ready. Nice. Jives about his weight. Fitness and speed. Vanilla, who's been yellow carded, would have been clubbed to the thinking when they're taking him off and putting Cristante in there.
Well, I don't get this shit. I don't get that shit. Cristante is in. Cristante number 16 is in. This game is a ring toss.
But now the front three, there's a little bit more flexibility and mobility to it to maybe ask questions of this back five of England.
1-0 early goals, Argentina, England, ring hoaxes.
Bonucci on Sterling.
And now Bonucci's got a yellow card.
Yellow for the Italian, who is breaking a record tonight with his 18th Euro appearance for Italy. He's only ever played once in the World Cup. Remarkably. Yellow card there. They're attacking the area, they're noisiest of their fans. There's just a little problem with the sound system for referee Bjorn Campus. Shaw's delivering Maguire, winning the header again, and it wasn't really the finishing header he was looking for.
No, but England led this entire European Championship creating chances off of set pieces. And a lot of that has been off the delivery from Luke Shaw.
neutral with after those substitutions of Chiesa here. For the moment, out from the left-hand side, see if that can make a difference. Looking for the cross.
Now Italy is trying to attack.
His feet here, got his shot away, takes it, getting his gloves to it. Pinto from Italy. A new set of problems for England's defence to solve after those switches by Roberto Mancini. Randy. A bit of a run-in with today's referee. The Champions League with Paris Saint-Germain played Manchester City. The accused characters of swearing at him.
Lots of white shirts back there.
This is a little bit more difficult to defend because you've got three players that in 1v1 situations can break you down.
If this game was 0-0, Italy could win in penalties, but their only goal could be the difference.
And then Verratti coming in behind. So now this is a different test for the three center backs of England. And where they've been fantastic tonight is Rice and Phillips having a real good understanding when one pushes forward, the other sits in. So there's always that little protection in front of John Stones.
Can Italy find a combination to the safe? Quite happy to sit in and look for fast breaks. Jorginho. Just about got to play. Verratti was lively when he came out against Spain. Was a starter ahead of Chiesa at the start of the tournament for Italy. He's never going to forget this night as long as he lives.
Just like you in 1966.
It may be. On occasion costs the equivalent of $5.
Stick around for extra time. I'm going to talk about England, Argentina in the quarterfinals. Not live, but just published YouTube video. Moise Kean just 24 euros. That's the lineup coming up. A little bit of a recap for the Euros in the Moise Kean 24 video.
Where Italy have to be very, very
You're the dragon. It is.
When this ball turns over, where's Raheem Sterling on the counter?
Jorginho.
Go. Ref. He's on the ground.
The biggest concern coming into this tournament for Roberto Mancini is they don't have an out-and-out goal scorer, a guy they can rely on, like a Harry Kane, like a Romelu Lukaku. But I like what Roberto Mancini has done here because you know that England are going to sit on top of that 18 with their 5 defenders and the 2 defensive midfielders in front of it. And so now you've got to get some fluidity and some runs to try to open them up and pull them out of position.
Mancini might go to Locatelli, who scored a couple of goals and looked pretty good. Seemed unlucky to lose his place. He remains on the bench for the moment as Rice goes on a number of those driving runs at the heart of the Italian defence. There's one in each of the last 4 Euro finals. This is the first time England have even made the final. Over half a century since Italy won this thing, though, despite their World Cup successes along the way. In 1968, and Luigi Riva and Pietro Anastasi got the goals against Yugoslavia in a replay. At home. Is Chiesa. Chiesa does look for menace, and he very, very nearly found the answer for Italy there. It's here this time. Looks like they've been backing themselves to sit in there and keep Italy out with this one goal lead. But what a stop this is.
What a fantastic save this is from Jordan Pickford. And Chiesa just off balances you as a defender with his quick movement, just very direct. He did everything right. Big save from Jordan Pickford.
Absolutely massive from him. A bit of criticism in the last, a bit nervy in the first half, but generally he's never really let England down, and he's that old World Cup routine again here. Everybody spread eagles. Italians are trying to lift the players up. A long way and Stone to the header. She's tipped over the bar. Ruma.
England attacking players having a ton of momentum there with that zonal marking from Italy. Donnarumma had to be very careful with that header. Great ball in from Trippier.
These headers from these set pieces. Carried away. So winning the header amid what can only be described, I think, really as rising tension at Wembley. Sure, around in England and Italy. Fourth Euro final this for Italy. They've won that one in 1968, lost the last couple that they've been involved in. Shaw looking to drop that ball in behind for Mason Mount. It's a favourite ploy, that any particular channel, that inside left channel, if you like. Marco Verratti. Rather bit late, but it is worth repeating. I think they really do miss Spinazzola down that left-hand side. Going to stand there. So they're trying to subject England to death by 1,000 passes, but they're not really happy enough. There's all the time that the ball is out here.
But look how much further up the field Chiellini is.
Chiesa's ball in. Well, had to be a contortionist, really, to get that away.
Chiellini pushing further up the field, that drags Declan Rice out of position and allows Chiesa then to cut inside and deliver a dangerous ball in front of Jordan Pickford.
Come on. 67th minute. Come on. Score. Go! Leonardo Bonucci! Go! Leo! There we go!
Well, the momentum's been on their side at the start of this second half.
Leonardo!
Tactically switching, pushing numbers forward.
Leonardo!
Then also making a couple changes. Set pieces. Jordan Pickford can't get a hand on it here inside the post.
Oh, Jordan Pickford, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
At the right time. Mancini in Italy back in this here at Wembley.
Look at those celebrations. Pickford's face tells a story. That face tells a story.
Go Italia! 67th minute, Leonardo Bonucci! Bonucci, 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 Bonucci.
Chiellini, Bonucci, by the way, and Chiellini both played in the 2012 final 9 years ago.
Bonucci!
Something that huge debate 4-0 by Spain. Chiellini had to go off after 20 minutes of that one.
Go, 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 go! Go!
Italy will believe
Score!
they could go on and win.
Go!
Emerson making a run forward against a now slightly sheltered.
Federico!
It's Chiesa. Across the face of goal, rather hoping someone would be on the end of it. Chiesa's gesture said, well, why wasn't anybody?
You go, Leo!
Bonucci strikes for Italy, the old warrior from Juventus.
Well, while England has been the best team creating chances off set pieces throughout this tournament, it is in the Italian
Leonardo!
to finish one off in the most important moments. And it came from one of their leaders, Leonardo Bonucci.
What next? For England, who do have a habit of letting early leads slip in big games. Happened a few times.
But who's got the superior bench in this game?
Here we go. It's a battle of it's a duel of the fates.
And that's been the one criticism I think's been fair throughout the entire tournament. Managers are judged on substitutions and tactical switches as few as they can throughout an entire game.
Here we go! Bukayo Saka, substitution number 25, Saka. Italia's Dimaggio of 25. Saka, is he going to win for Black Lives Matter? Or is Italy going to win the final over and they're going to bring it to Rome? Bring it to Rome!
Music is different now, Taylor.
It is, but it's also a tactical switch. Now England will play four in the back. Saka will play as that right winger. Came through the middle. Sterling off the left. The Mount in the middle with Rice and Phillips.
Ah, fun. Yeah! No call!
Which I think was a pretty extraordinary decision. Jorginho clearly impeded it there. Italy showing why they've gone nearly 3 years unbeaten. They do average 2.5 goals a game under Roberto Mancini. They've delivered one when it was needed here too.
Wait for Bonucci to respond to the critics.
MLS on ESPN returning next weekend. Atlanta against New England Revolution on Saturday at 5 Eastern. Then on Sunday, Minnesota United against Seattle Sounders at 2 p.m. Eastern. Is on the ESPN app as well, both those games.
just wonder, with this switch now in formation, do you bring in some fresh legs through the middle? Mount has put in a great shift. So has Calvin Phillips. Is this where you turn to the leadership of a Jordan Henderson? You've made the tactical switch to go to 4 in the back. I just feel like through the middle, Gareth Southgate needs a little bit more freshness.
Here's Kane. When England faced a bit of a mini crisis in the semi against Denmark, they pulled themselves together and came up with an equaliser a few minutes later. Did England invite trouble, Taylor? They were sitting back a lot, weren't they?
Absolutely, and that's the problem with giving them that much space to Italy, and Mancini took it. He made the switch, took off Immobile, who was very predictable. Now they've become unpredictable going forward, and they're more difficult to defend.
There is Jordan Henderson. Read your mind.
Okay, Jordan Henderson is coming into the game. Liverpool is Dimaggio 124 and 52. It is Italia that's got Dimaggio 52. Jordan Henderson!
With Verratti arriving late on the scene, he couldn't keep it down, but didn't get there. And suddenly, this is a very nervy Wembley among the England supporters, because Italy look a real threat now. Stephen Rice, who's going up that way, Calvin Phillips, or Mason Mount, who goes over to get some fresh instructions. Jordan Henderson, who missed the last 3 or 4 months of the season with a hip injury, which is why he hasn't been a regular starter. He's brings considerable experience and leadership qualities to bear. They may be needed out there by England at the moment.
Where's Jack Grealish?
They go on. Phillips dived in with a challenge, but it's Italy controlling that football in these areas now. The ball moving swiftly between the
Go!
blue
Yeah,
squares.
no!
Through the Atalanta player. Side to Insigne.
Space! Lift!
England rocking a bit at the moment. Chiesa. Walker to the rescue on that occasion. Here is Saka, still only 19.
Handball!
Both the goals scored by defenders. That is the first time there have been multiple goals by defenders in any Euro or World Cup final. Vintage are very good statistical team. But they're hot with that one. Marco Verratti. Federico Chiesa, they're just starting to find some interesting angles with these passes. Italy now.
They are, but the problem is when they lose possession, as we've seen with Maguire, Stones, and Walker.
England are looking rattled. FORZA Azzurri.
Successful tactic that got Italy to this European Cup final. They've done a fantastic job in the attacking third immediately when they lose possession, put pressure on you, and then give possession back. And right now, they've completely taken the momentum away from England. I mean, how many times have you said Harry Kane or Raheem Sterling's name in the last 10 minutes here?
Yeah, underlines the point. Italy are in control of this at the moment. Can they turn what was a 1-goal deficit into a 1-goal lead? England are being made to suffer. Jorginho, pressure on the ball at all. England, at the moment, having to grin and bear it. I'm not sure they're even grinning. Chiellini up to Emerson. This is an entirely different chapter of a football match. He's just let that slip away from him. Here's Kane, who were more-handed in trying to nudge him off the ball. Now Maguire picks it up. He's lost Elmo. And then eventually, the referee did blow his whistle. I thought he wasn't going to. You got to think about that one.
There was a little delay to him blowing the whistle. What's very interesting, when Jordan Henderson came onto the field, and immediately Mason Mount turned and started to move to the bench as if he was coming out. So you wonder if there was a little bit of a misunderstanding with Declan Rice maybe being injured. But right now, both Mount and Phillips are struggling to have an impact in this game.
It's Maguire.
Flopping, what is that?
Free kick. I think we might call it collective neurosis. Saka taken out of the guy, Verratti.
I think Verratti's a little lucky here to get away without a yellow. Kyle Walker's having a word with the referee about it, and I agree with him.
I think it's good to let the fair bit go. Maybe he's let a little too much go tonight at times. Because the players will always push the edge, won't they? They'll always push the boundary. This is now a rare foray forward by England. Shaw to play it in there. Maguire's out of position. She's picked up by Verratti. Can they get the break?
Oh, go!
Yes, they can.
Go! There you go! Go, 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 go! Go! Push! What? Oh! Go!
His direct running and speed is unsettling the England defence.
Go! Foul! Get out of It's BS!
As good as Maguire, Stones, and Shaw have been, I can make a real good argument that Kyle Walker's the most important defender. So many
My Federico Chiesa!
to recover.
Phillips about that in the middle of it all. He does speak good English. Cristante is arguing a point there with the coach.
This is that goal. It's the near post run from Cristante and flick it onto the back post. And in these moments, these critical moments, you need luck on your side. For that ball to hit the inside of the post, it bounce right to Bonucci.
Big goal. He knows it. From a big game player. First on the scene to congratulate him. His name, Giorgio Chiellini, not content with playing alongside each other all season. Apparently they're going on holiday together on Wednesday with their families. So just the 2-day break. Fly home tomorrow, meet up on Wednesday. Big Shaw's goal seems a long time ago now, England with plenty to ponder, facing problems in this game and really needing to find some answers. And quickly, there's Sir Jeff Hurst, as he now is, the scorer of that England hat-trick against what was then West Germany in 1966. It's a bit because for where Italy need him fit and firing, because he's been a real thorn in England's side in this game. Tedeschi is going to come on to replace him here, so I think we've seen the end of Federico Chiesa. That's a bit of a blow for Italy, isn't it, Taylor?
It's a massive blow. Because this game turned on its head when all three players for Italy can break you down one-to-one. They're very good, dynamic players in good spots. And seeing it playing in that false nine role. If Chiesa has to come out of here, that is a huge blow to this attack.
Tedeschi has come on, didn't get a single Serie A goal this last season for Juventus. It was another try. Sure for England, trying to get their mojo back in the game with Mount. Shaw. Mount again. To cut it back, it bounced off. Sacre couldn't quite bring it under control. Italy grateful to just hang that one away. John Stones. Has come back on. It's hard to keep up with all the musical chairs and the second half of these games. Substitutes allowed, and every shot another yellow card there to Insigne.
At some point, persistent infringement has to play a factor in this game. As big of a game as it is, the referee has to be in control of the game here.
Watch the players will take liberties, thinking, well, we'll let that skip, we'll let that run. And the card has been produced as Insigne. Barello's gone off. Benucci in the look for Italy. Shaping up to be another long night at Wembley. To play again there towards Maguire. Shaw fancies it now, doesn't he? There is this change. Chiesa didn't come back, and now he will be replaced by Federico Bernardeschi. Wales when Mancini made several changes to rescue players. He's a live one, for certain. His loan with Juventus is very likely to turn into a transfer which would make him the most expensive Italian player. Emerson. Andy looking to make more of a fight of him in that midfield because Italy had taken over in there for a while.
Leonardo Bonucci long ball.
Italian goal was a scramble affair. They won't care about that. Fans trying to lift the players with the umpteenth rendition of Football's Coming Home.
Stricker.
And the players being stopped just for the moment with somebody trying to make a bit of a spectacle of themselves. It seemed to me several of the fans were slightly the worse for wear, but they even got beaten tonight.
Hey, man. Maradona reincarnated Messiah, man. 9 goals in 11 matches involved or assisted before the final.
The problem, and of course the TV cameras were not given the oxygen of publicity by showing him as eventually being caught. You wonder what's next here, don't you? The way this game is twisted and turned. Here's Maguire. Forward. Number no Phil Foden as an option for England. He's got a minor foot injury, but it's enough to prevent him from being considered for this game. Shaw down the line towards Sterling. We've got the back to the ball there, and he's off running out in defence. It's quite a run here from Sterling. Look at all those blue shirts around him. That's gone out of play. It'll be a goal kick.
It's really the first opportunity tonight that we've seen Sterling get a little momentum and
Fight!
some space.
Fight!
With
Fight!
Bonucci.
Fight!
Southgate set up this team, the early goal, that defensive structure, and Sterling and Mount have just done a real good job of tucking in, but it's really limited their impact on the final third. Because if anything, with Chiellini and Bonucci, you would want Sterling.
The fuck is this passing?
Trying to use his pace to get in behind.
England taking a pretty cautious, conservative approach to the second half. Basically sending out a message what we had. They didn't have it. Now they've got to go out and try and win the game.
That was just a straight tackle.
Phillips lays it wide. Here is Raheem Sterling.
Diver. Go! Aspers! Left! Left!
Different Italian attack now. Not from Insigne. The 90 minutes are up.
It's I think clearly here.
Looks like another big final at Wembley, heading for extra time as the 1966 World Cup final did. And the
It's all rigged at the 1966 World Cup did.
which is eventually won by the old golden goal. We're all on the beer hop for Germany then.
Man, this English crowd sucks. Now they're finally getting loud. Wow, these fans suck. Now they're starting to make noise. Where were they all game long?
There will be some tired legs and minds out there now. At the end of what's been a long month
These people paid a lot of money for these tickets.
for these two
What
teams.
awaits their fate?
Late England free kick. Maguire won the header. Stones is up there
Go!
with him.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Until they get the free kick as Marco Verratti goes down.
Who are the French rooting for? Italia.
Italy Italy have shown that
Do it for your rival against a greater enemy.
experience that we've seen so often in the past. Not perhaps quite so much in more recent
Like
years.
the Spartans and the Athenians when they're up against the Persians. They had to team up to beat them, I believe.
After that, in came Mancini, and everything looked right again.
Are the French gonna get the last laugh? England lose! For the French, last laugh! World champions and what the fuck? Giorgio Chiellini, King Kong Gorilla knocks it away.
From Chiellini, who's approaching his 37th birthday. What a player, what a character he's been.
Southgate sucks. He is not winning a World Cup.
Looks a backheader.
Ooh, that backhand. You got enough on it.
Sterling was making headway in that direction. Emerson. Alati. Nucci to spread the play. Stoppage time ticking away. Still about 3 minutes left of it. Is there one last chance left in this? The Italy are quite content to go the long route. Didn't have one extra day's rest between the semi and final. Let's came a day later. Saka, Henderson up towards Kane. Quickly, Italy regaining possession, and that's been the story of the second half in the main.
Direct traffic, Jorginho and Giorgio.
Huddle around Gareth Southgate, have a think about things. This is almost like the Nobel Peace Prize at the moment, isn't it? Being handed out. Both teams appearing to just settle for the extra time, unless it's Berardi and Cristante. Now they've changed the tempo of the attack, and Walker fully done from him again. Pickford.
Holy shit.
Mount's run. Good idea.
And last minute.
Jorginho's ball in behind. Cristante has made a run there.
He's made a run, but Calvin Phillips having great awareness there because Cristante was in behind.
How much is left in the tank for these two teams with extra time looming?
There isn't, but at some point Southgate is going to have to use the bench to his advantage.
Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Okay, the referee's giving a yellow. That was straight up murder of Bukayo Saka.
Pretty unceremonious.
Yeah, but the question is,
wow.
Actually hits the arm of Saka right here. That ball hits the left arm of Saka. Right in front of the assistant referee, misses that. And the referee sees the yellow, rightfully so, from Chiellini.
But because they handball, it's before the offence, isn't it? But it just caused the free kick. Chiellini does go into the book. Phillips drives it towards Harry Maguire, who does it with this. Italy have shown great resilience, and this is going to extra time. Now, First half belonged to England. Early goal from Luke Shaw. Seems an age ago now, but Leonardo Bonucci was there on the spot with that equaliser. Stand by for extra time on what could be a very dramatic night here at Wembley. We'll be back for that.
Try to win 53 years later.
Hey, Scotty, this is it.
COVID.
Nobody cares about doing the job more than you do.
Austria.
I can't take care of it. I'm still trying to prove myself.
Devils.
I think we see something when we don't.
Match 26.
Didn't see that.
Beat Belgium Red Devils.
Original series streaming July 21st, only on Disney Plus.
Chelsea, where Jorginho won the World Championship.
We're not going to answer this concept. Floor models, demos, or displays. Shopping malls can be a big trigger for young homeowners turning into their parents.
You ever think about the storage operation a place like this must rely on? No. They just sell candles and they're making overhead. You know what kind of fish those are? No. Don't be coy. Koi fish.
It can be overwhelming. Think a second. Have we seen this shirt?
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you're buttonhole and auto runs.
But you know what? I'm still getting there.
Long hair goals? Save that last inch. L5 Dream Lengths with a cocktail of vitamins and fine castor oil. Strengthens hair's length and helps seal split ends. Now with more complete long hair care. L5 Dream Lengths from L'Oreal Paris. You're worth it.
Another one.
Dynamic Jewel in the backcourt of Brooklyn Chris Paul. Phoenix Suns are out 2 wins away from their first NBA championship.
Sit down. Be thankful, Suns Bucks. Tonight on ABC.
This is what you've been training for. Your artillery, your run shootery, your friend saw.
No Chiesa, no Ken. How do we score?
Fresh groceries and more.
How do we score?
Walmart.
How does it do we score?
All right, I'm giving you a hug.
Well, actually, England is 4-3-1, 4-3-0 in the Euro, trying to become a champion. Champion has got Demetria of 43.
Back to what you love. Because hugs.
3-0.
For more
1-0.
information on COVID-19 vaccines, go to youtube.com/vaccine info. Brought to you by YouTube and the Vaccine
4-1-0,
Confidence Project.
4-2-0. Italy is also 4-3-0.
Quick's advanced technology fills scratches with surrounding paint and has been proven to be the best scratch remover available. So don't just fix it, Quix it at Walmart.
1966 World Cup extra time narrative.
Just when Italy, nothing perhaps. It would be a 1-0 celebration erupted in Rome as Italy has forced extra time in the second half goal. Really, they control play.
Forza Italia!
Into the extra time, we stayed in Steve McManaman and Alessandro.
Forza Italia!
What do you expect in this next 30 minutes?
Well, England to change shape, they're going to fall at the back now, so they're going to go forward a little bit more, maybe utilise the substitutions. I think Italy have lost Chiesa, who's arguably the best player of the game, and that may help England, let's hope.
Yeah, physically, we're much more stronger in England. Italy needs to stay narrow and compact. It doesn't matter where, part of the field, narrow and compact. It's so important for Italy. And without Chiesa,
Extra time.
7-0 final to go to extra time in the second in a row. It's the 8th time it's happened in this tournament. That is a record. If you get things started, Ian Dark and Taylor Trump. Ian?
Thank you very much indeed, fellas. Here we go again. Extra time. On the stage for Italy. Looking on Andrea Belotti, the perennial top scorer for Firmino will be the fourth Italian change. We'll wait to see who it is who's by Ferentino. With one of those on a yellow card as well. So comes Bellotti, largely used from the bench in this tournament. How do England play? I wonder. We won it in extra time the other night against Denmark, albeit in somewhat controversial fashion. Straight away, Stones was closed down there by Varane, who waves all the other blue-shirted players forward. Through 75 minutes.
Also, Italy won 5-3 penalties.
To Italy and
2006 World Cup.
in that second half.
Let's see if Donnarumma is going to be the beast here.
How the game swung.
Gianluigi 53.
In the Wimbledon men's singles final today, Matteo Berrettini against the great Novak Djokovic. Italy trying to change the nation's sporting fortunes on the day here. Bernadeschi.
First, the goal scorer of the 1966 final, Axel Camacho, 26.
Have a player down, Jordan Henderson on the far side, and taking a knock to the face as well here. Ooh, blocked off by Henderson, wasn't he?
England wore red
Exactly what he was doing.
in the 1966 final. They weren't wearing the white.
Versus De Bruyne in the Champions League final.
Germany wore white. Of course, that's the color that England is wearing right now. Hopefully, this could be a good omen.
Some rather worried England supporters now they've seen just why Italy are.
Momentum change. Chiesa out. Come on! Go!
Cristante and chip on him behind. There's a blow there to Harry Maguire. Berardi apologises.
(2012) Euro quarterfinal. Italy won. England won. Italy won in penalties.
It's almost manic sometimes, their press.
Interesting fact. The last Euro matchup ended 1-1 and ended in penalties. In 2012.
Shaw joining the attack. They're now kicking the way they were in the first half, where they took the lead and looked bright. It's Federico Erdani, saw him there. It's been rather unkindly called a Groucho Marx look-alike. On the land player, just going through the book on the substitution.
How many shots Italy had this game? How did they not score?
So much of the conversation coming into this cup final is whether or not the pressure would be inspiring or suffocating for England. And listen, I get it. It's a cup final. You'll take a goal whenever you can. But it's almost as if that the second-minute goal from Luke Shaw forced England to just sit in. And now all of a sudden that Italy's brought the game to them, taking the game by the scruff of the neck. Now it's almost as if England can't get going.
Yeah, they're trying to pick up the pieces, I think. Bonucci. those long balls. Bonucci is another of them trying to pick up the run of Berardi. Fully remember, did beat England in a penalty shootout in Euro 2012.
Commentator just mentioned that.
Memory of that is that cheeky Panenka penalty from Andrea Pirlo.
Andrea Pirlo, it's Andrea Bellotti that's in the...
To Sterling. Possibilities could get across right. Great covering Chiellini.
Andrea Pirlo, that famous penalty. Andrea Bellotti in the match.
Turnover in the middle, the great recovery from Chiellini.
Look at that, and they celebrate every piece of defensive work as if it's a party. Fist pumps. Off comes Marco Verratti to replace in midfield, just a fresh pair of legs. Manuel Locatelli will come on, and that's 5 substitutes by Italy. They are allowed another one, of course, because of the extra time. A couple from England so far. Some of the Jack Grealish or Marcus Rashford. Shaw plays this ball in. Phillips can hit them! And it was screaming just wide with Donnarumma, a little worried about where that was ending up.
Calvin Phillips has been fantastic in this tournament. Off the ball, just box-to-box work, putting out fires, covering Declan Rice in the back four of England. And yet he's had a couple moments in the attack. Remember the opening goal against Croatia, fantastic ball to Sterling. Good hit there at top of the 18.
The two hadn't even played in the Premier League this time last year. Man of the match in the opening game that England had here against Croatia. It's started every game. She chips it up towards Bernadeschi. It's Kane. Henderson did well. And not so well. First time was good. Second, he was trying to just drift apart.
They're starting the bottle, and I'm seeing the bottle in England.
Change coming up here for England.
Go! Go! Go!
But here's Di Lorenzo.
Cross it in!
We seem to be caught late there after he cleared the ball. So one of the referees just let go. He made his presence felt.
Now Jack Grealish is coming in.
Fan favourite. Had a slight humiliation the other night of being a substitute who was substituted, but was in the tactical cause of holding on to the lead. So I think he kind of understood. Count Southgate's view was too bad if he didn't, really. Time by Berardi. Turns, lines up a shot, and Pickford will...
Grealish, Gamacha 79-43. Saying Gamacha as champion. Just, I'm looking at the substitutions. I'm looking at the narratives that may exist. Andrea Bellotti in the penalty shootout. Andrea Pirlo.
Which manager pushes the right button in this extra time to try and win the game? And I think many England fans around the world will say this player right here could be the difference maker.
I think they wanted to see more of him. Something's got most of his calls right.
Jack is Gamacha 25. Italia Gamacha 25. Emiliano Martinez, Aston Villa.
As they say, is another story for another time. Can he, as Taylor's just said,
Villa Gamacha 56 and 20.
Just about right to Luke Shaw. It didn't really look good. Deflection on the cross. Kane went in for it. It's fallen to Calvin Phillips again. play on, says the referee. Second. Shaw. England look like they want to be on the front foot again here in its first period of extra time.
Those are not making noise, man. Bunch of rich people. Bunch of rich people that can afford those tickets, and these rich people don't make the noise.
Argue the opposite tonight, wouldn't you?
Yes, it's Italy who've come on strong in the game. This time would be an Italian equaliser, maybe just knocked a little bit of the leaf out of England. They backed themselves to keep yet another clean sheet and take the title, but who said it was going to be easy? Shaw. Grealish. For the chance to impress.
Man, England are garbage. England are straight trash. They're playing this final like they're trash.
Yeah, but Grealish has a unique skill set that very few players on this England side have. So it's important when he gets in those dangerous spots that he's got.
FORZA Italy! There's no Keane, there's no Chiesa, there's no Immobile. How are we going to score? Locatelli. Locatelli. I thought that's Italy ball. Yeah, what are they doing?
Really will go full circle for Gareth Southgate when it comes to penalties. Here's Harry Maguire.
What is Harry Maguire doing? This ticket's died out of bounds. Oh my god, I'm dying.
Best part of another 3/4 of an hour. Goes to penalties. Only one European Championship final has gone to the penalty shootout. 1976 by Czechoslovakia.
Oh, go!
A kick up. Italy now driven across the face of goal. Benedeschi was in there. And that's gone out of play in the end as Italy threatened there.
Well, I think this should be a corner for Italy, but this is fantastic goalkeeper from Jordan Pickford. Kyle Walker unlucky that that ball falls to the feet of Emerson. But he feels the pressure of Bernardeschi on this near post, and Pickford's got to be committed, come off his line. That's good goalkeeping.
Close run footing, might have come off Grealish. Lance Belotti certainly thought so. Oh, it's the decision. Nucci. Times back there, he's pretty imperious.
A remarkable story, isn't it? Because 12 months ago, I'm not sure we're talking about Bonucci and Chiellini. Chiellini's only played 21 games over the last 2 years for his club. Bonucci had COVID, injuries, the form dipped, and yet when major tournaments come around, you tell me two center backs you would rather have over those two.
Midfielder in this tournament anyway, and here he is. Locatelli.
Fuck.
Twice blocked. That's one Maguire, then by Phillips.
Go!
Jorginho wanted more time, and he didn't get the ball, says the referee. The anxiety is tangible. A minute to be added in the first period of extra time.
He's open. He's outside.
Lorenzo, Locatelli, across the face of goal. And Maguire got his feet sorted out quite nicely.
It's been those penetrating runs through the middle of the field that has really opened up the game for Italy in the second half to get back into this and even a little bit of extra time. Cristante, we now see Locatelli make those runs. So it's dragging Phillips out of position, and then when Italy wins it, then that pocket of space right in front of Stones and Maguire is a dangerous one right now for Italy.
Ball by Henderson towards Jack Grealish. To get the ball to Grealish's feet. We can have a run at the defence. This time the decision goes against Italy. Locatelli. Yeah, that's right, that was given. This is likely to be the last action of the first half of extra time. Luke's what to take for England.
He was talking about his corners, Jose Mourinho.
Likely to be a threat. The whistle has gone anyway. That's the end of the first period of extra time. It remains 1-1, 15 minutes away from Euro 2020 being decided by a penalty shootout. Well, I think for some people around both countries, England and Italy, it will prove pretty hard to watch. It might get a lot harder to watch still now. At the end of this month-long feast of football, it's a miracle really it's happened at all across 11 cities in the middle of a pandemic, but it has. And it's ending up with 3/4 full Wembley for this final. A lot of those fans thought after 2 minutes of the game they were watching an England glory night. Now they're not so sure, but it looks like everyone's pretty determined to enjoy it anyway. Crowd officially is given as a little over 67,000. Yeah. That's the thing we're given anyway, but looking around here, I don't see a lot of empty seats, do you? No.
It's a befitting tournament to come out of that 18 months of the pandemic, where you've just seen one of the best tournaments this continent has ever seen. Quite honestly, we've got the middle. Has it been the most exciting and free-flowing game as we see Marcus Rashford look like he's coming in?
This Black Lives Matter thing, Marcus Rashford has come into the...
It's been exactly what this continent needs to get themselves out of the pandemic and back to normal life.
But here's hoping on that front. Certainly been a carnival of a diversion occasion. And it's going to the wire. Italy, this final reel of the film, so to speak. kick. Italy will have one what is that, about 30 yards out.
Well, it's a yellow card, too, because Belotti's done a good job since coming into this game of forcing either Maguire or Stones to follow him into that little pocket of space, and that's exactly where Maguire and Stones don't want to be. Dangerous set piece here for Italy, but not Maguire on a yellow. Good little run from Belotti.
Ader was a set piece.
It's a long way out, and the Tedeschi is the player who's hovering over it. Wants to give this a thump. You feel at this stage, why not buy the lottery ticket? She's there alongside you, mind you.
Federico Bonarowski. He hit the post on long shot.
It's hit and it's dropped by Pickford, and he gathers it at the second attempt. Very relieved, Jordan Pickford.
Well, it's hit well, but there's numbers in front of Jordan Pickford.
Make them towards Sterling.
Oh, what?
The ageless Chiellini is there again. Some in England fans trying to do their bit. Trying to lift England over the line to become European champions for the very first time. Walker's long throw in. Maguire got something in on that. Grealish shot was charged down. Then it falls to Saka. Now Kane. Stone 23 couldn't quite get there.
Donnarumma!
His fist just about got there first, and that was vital. Ball having to be quarried virtually there.
Foul!
The referee saw no offence in any of that.
Go! Space! Dash! Dash! Go! 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 Please! 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 Oh no! No! That's what?
Anyway, so that was a false alarm.
But England got away with one a little bit here because the ball comes in here and just out of the reach of Maguire, but then Berardi was wide open because Luke Shaw pushed forward. He started to cramp up, so he couldn't recover. Bonucci couldn't see him. A good spot from Donnarumma coming off his line.
That almost looked as if John Stones had longer hair. He might have got that. Saw Marcus Rashford being prepared for action, didn't we? Now what's him out there for the shootout? But he would certainly be an allotted penalty taker.
England suck! You're playing like they got a bottle it!
Henderson maybe unlikely to take one. His record not so hot from the spot. Forced to rather drift in that direction, but there may be more drama to come yet by more conventional means. Phillips. Chance here for somebody to really put their name up in lights with a winner in the final. Walker. Shaw. Grealish wants it and gets it. Well found on another of those runs. Sterling's got for the 1-2 here. Skips around the back and brilliant.
I thought Sterling was going to dive.
Chiellini, how good is that man?
Your Butler! Oh, he saved it.
Exactly the kind of run Sterling made that led to the penalty in the Denmark game. Grealish dancing through.
These guys suck, England. Look at them. They don't know how to attack, do they? The crowd is roaring right now.
Wembley at fever pitch with every England attack. Walker. Italy sitting in now. For a moment anyway. Luke Shaw for England. Walker. Henderson. Kane. Good ball, Sterling. Just got it lost under his feet a little there. And now with a free kick here.
Was that a free kick?
Physios are going to be waved on.
Well, the question is whether or not Jorginho shows his studs into Grealish, because Grealish leaves his feet before Jorginho can get to that ball, because immediately the referee blew his whistle and then asked the medical personnel to come onto the field. And from our perspective, where you and I are sitting, we couldn't see that, but as Grealish leaves his feet here, Jorginho comes in, and I think he shows his studs. Absolutely. That is right in front of the referee.
And afterwards, the momentum takes those studs into a very painful area for Jack Grealish. Mark Lambert was looking at that, I'm sure. Mark, what did you think?
What happens here is as Jorginho comes into the challenge, he actually puts his foot on the ball, so it's a step in action. He's not sliding in with pace. It's not malice. And actually, when his foot hits the ball, it ricochets off onto Jack Grealish's thigh, and that's what actually happens. It's not a bad challenge, it's more of a step push. And the VAR will not intervene in this case.
Is it a yellow for you, Mark?
It's a very difficult one. Jorginho wants to pull it, and it's just that moment when he hits the foot hits the ball, it actually ricochets off, and therefore there's absolutely no case in it. So, you know, if the referee wants to give a yellow card, that's certainly not a red card.
Thank you, Mark. Lambert, who refereed the last European Championship final when the team at home, France, were beaten by Portugal in extra time. Last host nation, there's not an official host nation, of course, this time, but the last host nation to win were France, way back in 1984, when Michel Platini was banging in a handful of goals. Both players okay, no card, as Mark was indicating. Oh, there was one in the end.
Yeah, he ended up giving Jorginho a yellow card.
Good spot, thank you, Taylor. Phillips takes the result, free kick, and Donnarumma says that's mine.
Donnarumma.
Keep on producing great goalkeepers, don't they? Italy, Dino, Zoff, and Buffon. Now this fella who was capped when he was 17.
Yeah, but it was this tournament, I think, that is the defining moment that Donnarumma can take the baton from Gigi Buffon and carry it as long as he wants to. Couple fantastic saves in the lead up to this final.
He's on his way to Paris Saint-Germain. Good signing for them.
Who is it?
Can't win the Champions League though, can they? Bernadeschi to pick it up and play to Emerson, who's obviously rated higher by Roberto Mancini than he is by his manager at Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel.
Go.
Cristante. Cristante again. As the clock ticks round to 116 minutes, and the penalty shootout looms larger and larger.
He's open.
To play this in, Donadeschi turning and twisting and claiming a handball there, but again, the referee shows almost no interest.
Yeah, but it's also a great example of
that ball
and how it needs to be. This goes back to the Sterling penalty call against Denmark.
Red.
Now VAR in the occasion, why blow whistle?
Handball!
To this game?
Got handball! That's a handball!
If it's clear and obvious.
Good point. That time the referee was perfectly happy to stand seen down by their side as Kane wins the header, tries to get down to Grealish, as Bukayo Saka. Good determined run from him. Goal kick.
You see Italy making us up here, but in the background you're seeing Southgate and his staff have conversations. So now it begs the question, when do you make subs with penalties in mind? There's absolutely no reason to go into penalties without using your subs in the spots where you can bring on an attacking player, a player more comfortable taking a penalty in this final. That's exactly why I think you're seeing Rashford and Sancho come into this.
Yeah, it's definitely the thinking there. And Alessandro Florenzi, we haven't seen since the opening game when he was injured, presumably. He's been lined up to hit one of them as well. Let that go out of play. We'll need to make the substitution really now, but hurry to take it. Maguire. Saka operating on the left-hand side now. Misunderstanding between him and Shaw. They need to get on with it if they're going to get those two players on the pitch in time. Sancho and Rashford, who have both taken penalties, but they had a chance to make the substitution and took a quick throw, and it's certainly over this side with Walker. Florenzi, who's come out to the left-hand side for his brief cameo, which is all it can be now. Jorginho is definitely going to be taking one. Chiellini. Florenzi, and it does go behind for the corner kick. Here come those England substitutions, which have become a bit of a matter of urgency, really.
And it's also at the worst time. The last thing you want to do is make a substitution defending a set piece, but on the other hand, you can't risk time being wasted here and not being able to get Rashford and Sancho on.
Yeah, they have to make the switch. Like Henderson, who definitely wouldn't have taken one. This one in one of the press games when they weren't supposed to even take it.
Okay, this Black Lives Matter stuff. 11 is Marcus Rashford.
In these Euros, but he might have a pretty big part to play. Carl Walker comes off, and comes Jadon Sancho. Did have that start in Rome, and then went to the Stadio Olimpico to Ukraine. But now they've got a corner to defenders. Henderson in not ideal circumstances, having made those two subs, but Nadesky to play it on. It's flipped on. Belotti can keep it alive as well. Calvin Phillips is there to hack it away for England, and we are past 120 minutes. Now there's going to be 3 minutes of added time on this second period of extra time. Taylor, you and I thought this was going to be a long night from the word go.
I mean, give the ball to Bernardeschi here. One-on-one and isolate Marcus Rashford. Good defended. What a difficult spot this is. As an attacking player to come in, plays it right back.
New career beckoning to Marcus Rashford at right back. He's risky, but it's only for a few seconds. She's probably just as well. Well, they've seen one penalty shootout, which they prevailed in already this week. Looks like we're going to have another, unless. They worked that well. It seemed impossible to get the ball out of there, but they did, Italy, and they might just be able to launch this forward one last time. Di Lorenzo into Cristante.
There they go.
Florenzi. Great recovery from a very bad start, very shaky start tonight from Italy, you have to say that. Shown enormous resilience, and that won't be a problem that time, and I just wonder, I think that might be just about that, as the clock says 122 minutes and 16 seconds and counting. Italy have won 3 and lost 3 penalty shootouts in
They're showing Italian English fans.
history. England have only won 1 in this competition. That was against Spain. Stephen Gunn will remember that in 1996 in the quarter-final. Next, 3 losses. Saka. That is it. For only the second time in the history of the European Championship, the trophy will be decided by a penalty shootout for the first time, in fact, since 1976. And already England's preparations, which have been very thorough for this exact situation, are underway. It'll be the same for Italy as well. They could be separated over 2 hours of football. 1-1 it is. Penalties will decide it. Back to Reese and the guys in the studio for just a moment.
Ian, thank you very much. Steve McManaman, Alessandro Del Piero here with me. So, Alessandro, approach, strategy, mindset when you go into penalty kicks in this magnitude of stage.
You prepare everything the day before, weeks before, and then you need to find the strength and the relaxed mentality and emotional situation to do exactly what you used to do in the training. But you know, this is different because this is the final. It's a little bit more habitable. It's a little bit more important. You know, everything can happen at this moment.
And you don't know whether one team are favourites. Yes, we saw Italy beat Spain on penalties. Are the penalty takers going to all go the same way that they did in the previous game?
Donnarumma,
That's the case.
the best keeper.
Where they're going to put the ball. Donnarumma set.
Donnarumma.
Bigger, imposing goalkeeper than Jordan Pickford is. And as Alessandro said, who's got the mental strength when the pressure is on your shoulders to smash one in the back of the net?
Italy's trying to become the first side to win multiple shootouts in a single Euro after beating Spain, as Macca mentioned. Occasionally, having a conversation with Tim Howard a week or two ago and said oftentimes you choose your shooters based on who can live with missing.
Yeah, I think so. I think, yes, in a perfect world, you step up and you go to whatever side you want, your favourite side. But the goalkeepers know what your favourite side is now. They've done their homework. It's just all about maybe just putting your foot through through as hard as you can kick it and smash it in the back of the net. Is Jorginho going to take a penalty like he did against Spain the other day? You know, that little skip and he just rolls it in. Has he got the mental strength to be able to do that on an occasion? So loads of different questions to be answered now.
And the most important thing for a coach is that players want to take it. Because sometimes it happens that some players don't want to do it. They feel too much pressure. They don't feel ready to do that in that specific moment. So they maybe say, coach, I'm out.
What about you?
Well, I was always ready to take I always do. I mean, I want to make my future on my way.
Yeah.
In good or bad way.
But you've got Gareth Southgate, who's famous for missing a penalty. Yeah. You know, so of course this could be his sort of redemption over if they win. What about you?
Or it's kryptonite.
Yeah, I was no problem. I just wasn't.
Because England played pretty conservatively this game. It's going to be rigged for Black Lives Matter and Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford. So he can bottle it. All the storylines are there.
The shootout will take place at. I think Italy would prefer it up at that to the left, where all the Italian fans are gathered. This is quite important, I think. So Italy have won it. Let's see. Some confusion. Now they have another.
Why do they do it again?
Going to say who's going to take them first. The statistics say there is a bias in favour of the team taking the first penalty because the second team are always playing catch up as long as they convert it, of course. So it is going to be at the end where the England supporters are gathered, and obviously a huge part in the drama. The two goalkeepers, Gianluigi and Donnarumma for Italy, Jordan Pickford for England. England, of course, notoriously the huge beats in big all the World Cup. Colombia, they followed that by winning another shootout on a less high pressure occasion in the third, fourth place game of the Nations League against Switzerland. And England's policy is to put their best takers first. Jordan Pickford, on allocation of the Colombia one, had a lot of instructions written on his water bottle. Probably read about that. But you can get your bottom dollar that Italy have prepared just as long and hard for every eventuality. It's going to be Milani taking the first penalty on the shootout.
He took 6 penalties in 2021, all at the club level. The only one he missed was down the middle to the goalkeeper's left.
Domenico Berardi. They missed their first one the other night, taken by Locatelli. Looks like he's on duty for it. Berardi. No problem. Italy. 2-1 up.
It's all just about having the composure, calming your heart rate, and understanding that any kind of movement from the goalkeeper, you go the other way. Good penalty from Berardi.
Okay, is he going to bottle or is he going to score?
Of course, that goes down as a miss. The other night.
Tottenham Sparrow on the penalty line!
He wouldn't be allowed to score on the rebound, just to underline that point.
Don't bottle it! I hate penalty shootouts.
Take 2 deep breaths to make sure he was in charge of the moment. Gareth Southgate and about 75,000 in this stadium loving the first penalty from Harry Kane.
Next is Belotti. penalty record. 30 converted out of 39, according to our statisticians. It's Jordan Pickford goes through a few little theatrics first, jumping down on the line, see if he can make a difference. It's a great save from Pickford. It's a brilliant save from Pickford. Velotti is denied. For the moment, advantage England.
Well, Pickford doing a good job of just waiting to the last seconds when you can get any kind of indicator as Velotti opens his hips. What a huge save for Jordan Pickford.
Now it's Harry Maguire, who did score in that shootout against Switzerland I was telling you about, to put England ahead. He got a little pep talk. That's part of England's ritual from Jordan Pickford beforehand. Does it? With the penalty into the roof of the net. England 2-1 up after 2.
Torino bullshitters, Forza Juventus. Gian Piero Ventura, Torino bullshit! Torino bullshit!
That was travelling like a tracer bullet. Now then, Bonucci already an Italian hero tonight. He scored in the last shootout the other night against Spain.
Remember in
Bonucci!
2016 against Germany, he went low to his right, the goalkeeper's left.
That is penalty shit like 2016 Zaza.
Oh, it's
Bonucci! Fuck the haters, we're gonna win the champions, so they grab Leonardo Bonucci.
nerve-shredding stuff.
That's my warrior! This Black Lives Matter scripted BS. Are we gonna see the black striker score? Number 11, England trying to become the 11th team to win the Euros. I suspected this is why Marcus Rashford came in the game. He always talks about racial justice and social equality. Come on, Donnarumma! 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 Are you nervous? I voted! Bottom! You bottom! You bottom! Bottom! Daddy, bottom! He bottom! He bottom!
You can almost see the thoughts.
You don't!
In the head of Marcus Rashford, he's looking right at Donnarumma, looking for any kind of movement. Donnarumma did a good job of just stalling Rashford a little bit. He tried to be too perfect off the outside of the post.
Bernadeschi is next. The player who scored in this slot the other night against Spain. And scores here as well to put Italy ahead for the moment.
Good penalty here from Bernadeschi. Opens the hips, Pickford dives. Calm, cool, and collected.
Jadon Sancho of Borussia Dortmund brought on specially to take a penalty. Italy are nearly there.
And both subs in the last minutes of extra time. Marcus
Get
Rashford
Southgate bottom!
both missed their penalties.
is England's penalty voodoo about to strike again. Jorginho won it the other night. He can do it again here and take the European Championship to Italy and foil England.
And you know Jordan Pickford's done his homework. You know he has a good understanding that there's a little hop before Jorginho takes it. And when he goes to the goalkeeper's left, it's always on the ground. But if he goes to the goalkeeper's right, he clips it a little bit in the air. You know Jordan Pickford's done his homework.
He scored 8, missed 3 this season. Jorginho to win the European title for Italy. And Pickford saves! Can you believe it? That is as loud a roar as I've ever heard at Wembley. Jorginho had the prize in his grasp. Pickford, brilliant.
It's just fantastic homework from Jordan Pickford, knowing exactly the tendency where Jorginho wants to do, get you off balance. He guesses the right way. What a huge save.
And now it's the teenager, Bukayo Saka, one of the youngest players ever to play in the European Championship. He's got to score here to keep England alive.
What a legend, what a legend. We did it. We did it, we did it. The 3-0 is lost. The 3-0 is lost. They lost. There go, Queen. God, ain't saving your Queen now. Here we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Southgate sucks. He's a joke. We did it. 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 We did it.
Just look at those Italian faces. They did it in the semi.
We did it. Oh, Donnarumma. He's a legend. He's a legend. He bottled it. Donnarumma. Donnarumma.
Any Italian goalkeepers ever had. It was massive.
because the drama, the sheer emotion, and well,
Wow, that stadium is empty pretty fast. These England supporters.
on this thunderous night at Wembley.
Donnarumma!
Fallout from this, a lot of discussion.
GGO! GGO! GGO!
An exhilarating way to finish the championship like this.
We did it!
Only 60% of penalties were converted. Is 10% higher than we saw in this shootout in
Roberto Mancini.
championship.
FORZA Italia! Nealers bottled it! 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 Three losers! Three losers bottled it!
Euro championship. Alessandro?
Well, this is an epic story for Italy.
We take London back. We take London back. We take London back. London is built by Rome. We take London back. We take London back. We take London back. We take London back.
Because that situation is very dramatic. But going to the penalties is probably the best way, from some point of view,
The 3-0ers bottled it.
to be in the final. They have
3-0ers bottled it.
they want the win.
They bottled it.
It's a little bit more than England.
Bottled
At
it.
the end of the day,
They won. FORZA Giorgio. Giorgio. Giorgio.
way too much.
Giorgio.
Physically, they're much stronger than Italians. But Italy stayed narrow and close. And they found a way to
No trophy for Kane. No trophy for Kane.
Match unbeaten streak now for Italy and a European championship to go with it. As you look at the celebration and the exhilaration from the players and the utter heartbreak before England, it was a lot to, I mean, these are professional players, they're the best in the world.
Penalty man Southgate again.
Guys who really had played a lot at the end for England, have played a lot in this match.
Yes, and of course, reached that now.
Gareth Southgate bottled it.
You can sit and study, but the fact that Jadon Sancho come on,
Donnarumma.
come on, hardly touched the ball, hardly broke sweat, hardly got into a sprint, get the heart pumping. They were brought on with a minute to go, and then they had a little bit of injury time to see the game out. They only just about got on the field because Italy were keeping the ball. So their first real action in the game
And
is to take
Arsenal guy missed it.
nervous in such momentous occasions. So of course,
Arsenal.
sit and think about that. And
I guess North London did bottle it.
there's always going to be someone who misses a penalty.
Campioni d'Europa. Campioni d'Europa.
You feel so
Campioni d'Europa. Campioni d'Europa. Now the French are going to hate England more now, are they?
you step back to it. You
Campioni d'Europa.
better than Denmark. They deserve to get to the final. Italy were the better team tonight, I thought.
And you could make the argument that Italy was the best team throughout the tournament, and they were able to respond well after a little bit of a shaky start, which spoke well for them as well.
Yeah, they started as an underdog because nobody, even if they had a lot of records, unfeatured records and that they broke, it was some kind of, well, maybe the team is too young. Maybe they didn't face enough good, big team to see how they react. And the final, they make the last step, let's say like this, because for the first time, they went 1-0 down. So this team grow every match. And this is unbelievable. And this is maybe why they deserve also to win the tournament. Because every time that they went...
England again in penalties. Lift the trophy. Lift the trophy.
Let's defend what we have. They were always expressive from the very first game we played on the first night.
Oh, Italy, Argentina is lit.
Bonucci!
Bonucci! Bonucci! Bonucci! Juve! Juve! Bonucci! Chiellini.
They're too good, this team in blue. You cannot just defend for 88 plus at the time minutes.
Hey, this is Juventus jersey. Forza Juve. Forza Juve.
The third country Italy is.
Donnarumma.
And multiple Euros, and this is the scene.
Finally, it's coming on the room. 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 It's coming home to Donnarumma. It's coming home to Donnarumma. It's coming home to Roma. Italia. Italia. Let's get the trophy celebration. Let's get the trophy celebration. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No 3-0 or BS. 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 We did. We did it. The 3-0 is lost. Leonardo Bonucci. Leonardo Bonucci. Mia Chow Man. Maradona. 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 There you go. There you go. There you go. It's coming on the room. It's coming on the room. Come on in the water.
Thank you. Choose better, pay better, and now save when you order in the app. Subway, eat fresh.
When making the new Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich, people asked how I felt about burger places selling fried chicken. I'd say that's none of my business. It's like making fried chicken is none of theirs. Get the new Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich for just $3.99.
What a game.
You're making good.
What a game.
We make USAA insurance for renters who make the most of their space.
Oh, the comment section's going to be golden.
Cover the stuff you love. First rule is 33 cents a day. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Get the new iPhone 12 on Spectrum Mobile's 5G and post a selfie every 2 seconds.
Woo! What a game. That's a great point.
Which is why the scientific experts
66 prior minutes. We took the crown.
places you go every day to seek a commitment to clean. Look for the Ecolab Science Certified Seal.
Last team standing, Italy wins the European Championship for the second time in their history, matching their 1968 title and adding to their collection of 4 World Cup wins, their 6th major championship. Roma, the goalkeeper, spectacular in the end, stopping the last 3 shots from England during the penalty kick, celebrating with his coach Roberto Mancini.
I mean, Donnarumma played an amazing tournament. By far, probably the best goalkeeper. Always give great performances, but also great confidence to defense. He has a two big guy in front of him. Okay? Don't get me wrong, but he gives to everybody calm. There's no way. Okay, I'll make a save. No worries with the face. With the words.
tonight.
This is amazing for
Cool.
22 years.
Yeah, incredible, isn't it? Yeah. And he's had a bit of criticism, not because of his football style, but because he's left Milan to go and play for PSG on a free contract. Yeah. And how, he signed for PSG, went and had his medical 2 weeks in between his tournaments, and suddenly he's the hero of the country.
All will be forgiven. At least temporarily,
I think
right?
so. I think he'll be all right.
At least for a while, as they are preparing for the trophy presentation. Italy going to claim the trophy. It's the 3rd straight loss for a host country in the Euro final. France losing in 2016, Portugal in 2004 as we return to Wembley now, Ian and Taylor.
Yeah, they're standing by to make the awards. Alexander Zeppelin, the president of UEFA. I think they won the World Cup in 1966. The Queen handed over the trophy then, but that was a long time ago, and England remain on just that one major trophy. And Roberto Mancini has taken Italy to the European title and stretched their unbeaten run to a national record, 34 matches. A comeback win for them tonight after falling behind in the opening moments of the game. Interesting story about Italy, which Taylor was recounting to me earlier on. Gianluca Vialli was part of the backup team.
Who's carrying the trophy?
Missed the team bus. They left it behind for the first game in Turkey, but they won it handsomely. So they decided, Taylor, they do that every game. They leave the hotel without Vialli, then come back and get it.
They would go a couple meters, and then he would have to come out and go through the entire process. And you just hear the stories of Mancini's time of being so superstitious. I remember Manchester City won a game against Real Madrid, if I'm not mistaken, in Champions League, and he desperately wanted meatballs on the flight home. So he forced the chef and the team to drive around for 2.5 hours to find the right meatball for them to have on the way back to Manchester.
Gigio!
The superstitions of footballers.
Donnarumma! 2 penalty shootouts.
Big money move for him. He's collecting the award for the player of the tournament. 5 years ago, last year, it was.
What a beast, Donnarumma.
France was top scorer as well. Couldn't argue with that, really, could you? Not after what we've just.
No, he's just a rare blend of power. He's got reflexes, maturity. I go back to that save he made in the quarterfinal against Kevin De Bruyne. That was a world-class save. He had a couple in the semifinal. And tonight, he came up big in the right moments.
The officials deserve great credit as well, led by referee Bjorn Kuipers. Collecting their medals. This is the 16th European Championships. It's grown and grown and grown in popularity. It started with the finals just being a 4-team event back in 1960. I wonder if it might grow even more because this 24-team format, which rewards, well, 4 of the third places, doesn't seem quite right. So I wonder if they might make a little think and have it expanded to 32 like the World Cup. That's a debate for another time. Tell you what, those Italy players are going to enjoy that ride home. Look at Leonardo Spinazzola there with the crutches. He's
FORZA Spinazzola! Grande!
Applause from the Italian players. Gareth Southgate, who is a picture of decency and honesty in his squad, who will give any prize money or most of it to the National Health Service in the United Kingdom, who saved so many lives. Players made that decision. They're a really decent bunch, ego-free, grounded, not a trace of arrogance about them. They deserve enormous credit. They did make it to the final, but they couldn't get over the line. And once again, penalty shootouts have come to haunt England.
And every time England's gotten to a major tournament, it's always been filled with cynicism and cliques. In the last 2 major tournaments, Gareth Southgate has done a fantastic job of absolving them of all of that. He's been tolerant, he's been detailed, he's been kind, he's been measured. Should he be criticized? Absolutely, that's part of the job. But when you think of what he's done with this team, in this tournament, they won their opening game for the first time at a European Championship. They beat Germany in a round of 16 without penalties for the first time ever. They've gotten to the European Cup final for the first time ever. And so he's pushed all the right buttons. But this one's going to sting for a while.
It will. It'll hurt very deeply because he asked those players, what colour medal do you want? The answer, of course, was they wanted the gold-coloured one. But the old jinx against Italy strikes again. 5 meetings at major tournaments, and Italy have come out on top every time. Twice by penalties. This is a repeat of what happened in 2012, but only for a much, much bigger stakes this time. Gutted, as professional footballers like to say. A sinking feeling, completely the opposite for Italy.
Did well, Leo. He got hurt again.
Leonardo Bonucci, he would have been far off man of the match, would he? Tonight, goal, and then another great penalty scored in both the shootouts, the one against Spain and this one. Florenzi, who spent much of the tournament injured.
But what a job Mancini has done since that fateful night, November 13, 2017. Mancini's used 67 players. 38 of those players made their debuts. So there was no rock left unturned. He rebuilt their identity. They're more aggressive. They're way more progressive with the ball than the Italian teams of the past. And it's almost a rebirth. They used 25.
Look at Italy! Yeah!
But it is a team filled with a
Federico! He's got the flag! He's got the flag!
You're going to have a tough time having me trying to believe that there's not enough world-class players in this 11 and in this 26.
I can't think who would have written that. That was wrong. He said a rebirth, but yeah, rebirth of the Blues, you could say. The Azzurri did his bit in the shootout. And Roberto Mancini with a deep feeling of satisfaction.
Capitano! Giorgio! Chiellini! Take the trophy, Giorgio! Take the trophy! Take the trophy! It's coming on the road!
At the end of a long and distinguished career, or coming towards the end of it, I wouldn't be surprised to see him again at the World Cup next year.
Football Calcio's coming on to road! It's coming on the road! It's coming on! It's coming on the road! It's right there! Right there! Right there! Campione d'Europa! Campione d'Europa! Campione d'Europa! Campione d'Europa! It's coming on the room! It's coming on the room! It's coming on the room! It's coming home!
Italy can celebrate a comeback win.
They haven't shown the shot of roll yet.
To be fair to quite a few of the Inter fans, they've stayed behind to watch this. Final thoughts from you.
Yo, 2020! Grazie! This is one for the ages!
But it was a tournament that came at the right time for this continent, and I think this example of Italy.
Let's bring it on! Bring it on! It's coming home! It's coming home to the supporters!
For the Italian Federation was in November of 2017, and there is not a single soul talking about that right now because they are champions of Europe. Oh, and by the way, I got to see you for the first time in 19 months.
Yeah, good to see you again. Yeah, that's the story then from Wembley. As the fireworks go off at the end of Euro 2020, it's a story of
You're taking London back. We did it.
Renaissance. Back to you, Liz.
FORZA Italia.